Good morning, guys. So, for today's topic, we're going to talk about self discipline and how important it is to have this kind of character within yourself. And to have this kind of character is um, I think, your one way um, ticket to becoming a successful person in life. And to have um, this kind of character you know, character characteristic within yourself is the one that could really change your future. It is the one that could really um, differentiate your present moment. And without um, this kind of character within yourself is um, you can't attain something in your life. You have to be very intentional of what you do in your life right now. You have to be the hard worker, the most hard worker person in the room. Just like in being an elite athlete, I think as a perfect example, um, you cannot become a world champion in any kind of sports if you don't have self discipline within yourself. You know, you have to be um, to be good at it, and you have to train for many years. And there will be times that um, skills that you attain through training, through many years of hard work or training. There'll be times that um, skills will defeat, talents can be defeated with skills that you attain within yourself through many years of hard work. So yeah, I think most successful person become a successful person in a way that they have self discipline within themselves. Um they differentiate um their life with self discipline from um living a mediocre life. Most successful person, even if they succeed in life, so they still continue on doing it. They still have their own daily routine on how their days really work, or their days um, really spend well. They know what to spend their time well, especially in their daily life, their um, their daily struggles. So yeah, so it's really um, being necessary to have this kind of characteristics, or to have self discipline. And I think as an individual, as a whole being, um sometimes, there are many talented person, there are many um well privileged persons, but um those advantages to themselves, serves as uh also a disadvantage, because they don't have the motivations to work well. They don't uh, dream on attaining, or to dig enough um, to attain success in life. So yeah, that's how I could explain to you, that from my own experience. So to have this self discipline is to work. um you really have to do things even if you don't like it. That's how self discipline is for me. So even if you feel lonely, if you feel tired, if you feel sad, if you feel happy, but you still do it anyway. There's no excuses, and the only one excuses if is if you don't feel good enough, if you feel sick, if you can't move, that within yourself that you need to rest. So that's the only time that you don't do it. And I think to have a self discipline is to love things even if you don't like it, and to you know you really love things to do even if you don't like it. So I think that's the simplest and for me most accurate meaning of to have a self discipline. And yeah, I think um if you are unfortunate enough to have some resources, you have to be skillful enough to be resourceful. You need to um you know manage or use your resources right now, and um you know try to be creative enough on how you're going to use your the all the resources that you really have right now. So you have to be resourceful, you have to be skillful enough to make whatever you have right now, whatever resources that you have right now. So you have to make uh way of unleashing it, so yeah. So for me, for many years of what I have do in my life, so it really helps to myself to have self discipline, because I think it is the one that really gives you freedom to think to yourself, bad things, or to lose sight of your dreams in life. You know, it serves as a stress reliever also, that you will attain something in your life. Because um, to become a lazy person, or to do things, you don't do things nothing at all. So I think there's always some possibilities that you can attain success in life. And to have self discipline within yourself is to be confident enough that you will attain your dreams, in life. And I think to have that um, thing within yourself, or to have that at the back of your mind, is the only way that you could really um, attain success in life. We really want success in life, but if you only have a good plan of your, if you are only having a great plan and you don't execute it, even if you can't execute it well, but if you work hard enough to execute it, so yeah, you have to wait and it will happen to you. So right now I'm also thinking of that. So even if I am not successful right now, but I dream it every day, in my imagination or in my dreams. I dream it every day that it will happen. And I dream that I could be a millionaire, and and also want to be a YouTuber. So yeah, this is what I have right now. I have the laptop, the camera, and the mind, or the mouth to talk to. So yeah, you just do it. To tell some information, or to have a motivational video. To talk to you guys on how it really affects even the simplest way of telling stories. So there will be a person that will really listen to you. It's just that you have to find courage, be courageous enough to tell your stories, and to be true to yourself, And I love to be this kind of person. I love this way of telling information or to to motivate, those person that really needs some advice, some good advice, and to at least give them courage that you have to be within yourself. You don't need to be shy. You have to be bold enough sometimes to at least attain something in life. It really starts from your first decision, or it really starts within you, or it's I think the technique that you have to build within yourself also is to just do it right now. Don't think about the people around you or whatever the criticism that they will throw at you. So you have to be, um, you have to be within yourself. Sometimes you have to listen to your own inner voice, your own intuition, and believe it that someday it could change. It will happen to you. You could be great person, or you'll attain success in life. So yeah. So this is what I am doing right now. At the first place, it's really hard for me also to talk to the camera. When you're a kind of person, if you're an introvert person, but yeah, it really starts with one day, and through one day, it becomes months and years. And when we look back, talking things of having self discipline, so you really have to remind yourself that that's what it takes to become a successful person in life. You have to build self discipline. You need to be a hard worker person in the room, or you need to be the most hard worker person in the room. And can you imagine the results within yourself if you um learning your craft, you're learning your resources, you're learning your body and mind, training your body and mind for 4 hours, within a day, and you just do it for 20 years. So yeah, it's the chances are very high, and the probability that you will succeed in life is um are high also. There will be no excuses when the time will come to you that you will attain on what you've been dreaming about in your life. I did attain on what I've been dreaming in my life. So it's just that there are some problems that you need to resolve, or you need to um, maintain and fighting it. As long as we live, so there will be um, frequent fightings in our life, the frequent um, trials. So I think it's part of life, and it make what that's what it makes life adventurous or surprising. The excitement of having different experiences throughout the day, on how many days that you have. So yeah, you have to be that kind of person. And for me, in my own experience, so yeah, there's just days that I just do it, if, in regards, regardless of feeling tired or feeling emotional within myself. So I just really do things. I love what I do, just like in riding my bicycle. So um, yeah, right, even in the moment or right now, I have, sometimes when I ride my bicycle, I do have my problems, but when I ride my bicycle, so um 5 minutes, so I just forget. So I really focus on riding my bicycle, maneuvering the handlebar of the bike, and being careful enough to ride with, there's some to ride on the road. You change your mind shift, mindset, and just try to uh, change the way you think at the moment. So yeah, I think just take that. And I think to be a cyclist, it's not really easy enough. So you have to be consistent enough to do it. You know, even even if whatever sports that you have right now, if whatever sports that you keep on practicing right now, so it's really hard. And yeah, it's sometimes if you feel being defeated, but just do it anyway. So that's I think for me the best way to describe if you to have to have in the room a person that have self discipline. Whatever the struggles, so you just do it anyway. So if you're a hardcore person, even if it's raining, some no, even if it's raining, yeah, and it's training time or riding the bicycle, so you will ride in the rain. Some people think of it as a crazy idea or a crazy routine, but yeah, you just you feel fulfilled. If you finish on doing it, especially if we just do it at night. No, when I do it at night and it's already 9 o'clock p.m. in the evening, and that's my last resort. That's my last um time slot. So within a day, and yeah, I just ride my bicycle. So there's some dark road. So there's some you know it could hit in your mind that if I could ride my bicycle at 9 o'clock p.m. in the evening, so I could get punctured tire. But uh, if you're riding in the bicycle, so the fear are already gone, at the moment. So yeah, but I already have the experience that I have a flat tire, 9 o'clock p.m. in the evening. Yeah, it's really scary, changing your the inner tube of my bicycle. You don't know if there's some, in a Philippine folklore, some marangal or aswang or something like that. But those fears of those things really vanish if you are in the present moment of cycling or doing your daily routine, your daily exercise. So yeah, it's just like that because you have in yourself the self discipline, and to um think or to describe, a certain person. If the presence of a certain person is having a self discipline, is you could really tell, the self confidence within himself, the calmness on how he talks. So yeah, you could really feel the aura or the presence with that person. And it's sometimes it's really contagious enough to be influenced with that person. When that person becomes a successful person, you know so you will also uh, be influenced. It's really contagious enough that you can feel his presence. And sometimes the younger generations um will copy of what you do in your life right now. So yeah, I think nowadays, it's just in my own experience. You know, many kids nowadays don't have self discipline within themselves. I think yeah, it's my own idea. Okay ba, kuya? So most of the kids right nowadays don't have self-discipline because in a sense that I just don't try to criticize, but sometimes things that's being invented. So the inventor think of only the advantages, whatever inventions it is. But yeah, there's also some disadvantages. And the one that I'm talking about is the mobile phone or the smartphone. Okay, bro, kuya po talaga si mama. The smartphone because it is a tool for attaining or gaining information or searching ideas in the internet. But sometimes many kids are playing games. Some kids play Roblox, and it's a medium or it's a device that um really change how kids think, how kids don't work in the field or in the house because they feel irritated. They feel um the pressure of finishing the games and then listening to the tasks that their parents are that the parents are giving them. They don't follow the orders and commands of their parents. The tasks that they've been giving to their kids or that we're giving to them, they didn't follow. So yeah, so there's some disadvantages also because as a kids, I think um um you need to practice in an early age to um feel your body to uh feel comfortable on the hassle of it, to follow commands or tasks. You have to be to build that within yourself. Parents should build that towards their kids to give commands and that their kids need to follow also. So they need to have that kind of characteristics towards their kids, and the kids also should have to build, to attain to themselves that kind of um characteristics. So yeah, I think what I have experienced or what I have seen is that kids who are get lazy in the uh, adults, you know, adulthood. So they are the kind of kids that don't um follow commands and orders to their parents. You know, it becomes their bodies are adapting to feel feel comfortable, to feel of having no one to ask or no one that giving them tasks or commands. They don't follow commands because no one's giving give them. So yeah, so it should be um the kids nowadays should have or they should have to develop that, and the parents also should need to implement to their kids to develop it. So yeah, so I am not against about the smartphone. It really helps, but the disadvantages is that kids nowadays cannot build self discipline and in a younger years, in their young age. So yeah, because I do believe in myself that um through when I am a young kids, so through following the commands and the tasks that's been given to my with my parents is, I think, my way of how I build within myself to follow tasks, to follow orders, and I also deal it with myself to do things within. what I have in my mind, already. And yeah, it's just, I think it's just that simple, and it's just that accurate, that you need to be the, um, you need to have within yourself, or to develop self discipline. And it could only be developed, or you could only attain that within yourself naturally, if you have dreams, if you have goals in your life that you really wanted to attain it. So yeah, can you imagine right now? So in myself, in my own self, so I'm having this to myself, this dreams, or goals within myself, to ride my bicycle for 30 minutes or 30 years. So there will be no reason that you could not build self discipline, even though it's as simple as that. I don't know. What's that one? No. It's just like that. And yeah, it could really serves you well. It could really help you well if you gain within yourself some self discipline, and yeah, uh, there would be no reasons that I could not have or build within myself some self discipline. Yeah, I think we really have a nice discussion about our topic for today. To have self discipline, and how really important it is in our human human achievements, or in our achievement, or in our yeah, in our uh, life achievements. So sometimes you need to be, you don't think about how intelligent you are, or how talented you are, but yeah, through you need to be skilled. You need to be skillful enough, and be the hard worker person in the room, the most hard worker person in the room. Yeah, I think that's it. That's the only way and how to attain, or to having yourself the best way of attaining success in life. You have to have self discipline. So think I think that's it for now, guys. So thanks, and bye. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.